Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today is the return of Umineko, When They Cry, or Umineko no Naku Koro ni. We're listening to Dread of the Grave, More Fear, followed by Melody. And then it says Sarabe and vocal version, and episode 2. And this one is episode 3. Both of them channel Jenny McLesbian. I recognize this girl here. I don't recognize this one. I was just listening to this soundtrack the other day. It was the last song I heard was like Endless. Was it Endless 9? Something 9. That was a really cool song. So if I recall, murder mystery, visual novel, highly regarded, and fun fact, I think the writer of this game did Silent Hill, the new Silent Hill, which is like super praised right now. That's something. These are requested by Duat. Let's get into it. Dread of the Grave. No context on these. I really have no idea like what genre I'm gonna hear whenever I listen to this game. Also, multiple composers. Let's see if it says here actually. S.B. Yoon composed. I wonder if like experts of Umineko can distinguish the composers apart. Oh, the drum note changed. Ooh, that's rare. It's a long sustained note chord. Ooh, it sounds like we're like floating. Very aerial sounding to me. Like drifting through the clouds. Ooh. This is reminding me of like 90s Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom series. Except for the organ. That's very... Ooh. I don't know why, but Umineko reminds me of like Toho. Because Toho, there's just like a bunch of girls. And the music is like, not similar, but... close-ish. That was cool. Went up an octave. It's a really high octave. It's like so fast-paced and yet it's so chill at the same time. Ooh. Yeah, that's sick. I love a little bubbly. How do you describe this? It's not drum and bass, it's not jungle, it's not... Is it just EDM? Oh, that's so good. I love me a good, like, halftime groove. Just holding on to that chord. It is changing a little bit, very slightly, but the root note is the same. I like that long note because it's like connecting the whole thing together. And I feel like it's about to change chord right now. Nope. There it is. Okay. That's so cool. It adds like this layer of tension, but it's like a comfortable tension. It's like a safety net under the song. The rhythm of the song reminds me of Mega Man. So bass and drums sound like Mega Man to me. Really snappy. The synths kind of remind me of Star Ocean a little bit. It's all over the place, dude. Tread of the Grave. I'm gonna stop just trying to figure out what's happening and just let people gush about how much they love this series. So what's happening here is the melody right before is the exact same notes. It goes up an octave though, so it's just the same notes higher. Very high. You know, usually melodies don't go that high. Because after it gets so high, it becomes almost like jarring. Because it starts to pierce. That's like right at the cusp. This part right here, this specific part right here, reminds me of the Spider-Man game on PlayStation 1 by Neversoft. A lot of the soundtrack sounded like that. Like a do 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 do. This is a perfect example of how the key signatures of a song work. The long drony note is like the key, and all these chords you hear ding, ding, are all within it. So they're all safe. They're all going to sound safe. It's a less is more type of song, even though a lot's happening. There's just a lot of layers. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel a sneeze coming on. I don't know how to describe it, but it felt like a kind of build-up song. Again, I have no experience with visual novels, so I'm not even gonna like super try to decipher here. But I guess the equivalent would be like a story build-up. You know, like some kind of getting to a climax of episode 3, I guess. I don't know how many there are. Pretty close to a conclusion, or one of the many sort of like discoveries. Dread of the Grave, more feared. That makes me think that there's more versions of Dread of the Grave. And this is like the more fear version. So maybe you, throughout the chapter of episode 3 hear little bits and pieces like doom, 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 doom by itself. Or just maybe the chords by themselves, you know, and then it all just kind of comes together, that kind of thing. But the whole thing felt a little... how do I describe it? I feel like I need to like experience a visual novel to talk about them, you know, just to get an idea of one. But I'm just trying to picture it, you know, because it's obviously not a boss fight or anything like that. But it just, I guess it just felt like foreboding, like some major discovery is like taking place right now. I'm not gonna think about the title too much, but I really enjoyed that. Just how like simple the song was, yet how complicated it was. I think to a casual listener, it sounded like a lot was happening, and to an extent it was. But it was just like little layers that made sense. I think what made it sound complicated was the drum patterns, because they're doing a lot of fills, and the bass was really like going crazy. The bass was very advanced. And that's what reminded me of like Mega Man and just like that really like poppy those two, the rhythm and the main chunk of the song was like speedy and a little alert. Well, everything else besides the zappy synth, everything else was kind of like mellow. So it was like conflicting a lot. And meanwhile, we have this like blanket long chord, drone chord going through all of it. And just as a guess, it's just a guess, but maybe that's how this song came to be, which is not too uncommon when a composer is either on like writer's block mode or just complete accident. You know, they'll just be like doing whatever, and they'll just be, you know, reading an email, then holding this chord, and then they're like, Okay, let's go down to the minor chord. And then just kind of easily kind of build off of that. And then so say you still hold it, and then the next part layered over it. And just kind of builds from there. So that's the kind of song that it sounded like to me. Like it was built naturally from just kind of existing, you know, but made to sound like a, well, I'll say this. It sounds like it's very specific to whatever's happening. There's a very good chance that it plays multiple times throughout, but I'm thinking that it's a very specific scene and maybe only plays once. Either way, crazy soundtrack, dude. It's like, I don't know. I've heard a lot of visual novels, not too many. I do have a playlist, and this one's going into that playlist too, but it's just, I don't know. It sounds like it could be like just a bunch of different games. But we're discovering murders and stuff. Okay, this is Melody, vocal version, episode 2. Composed by Cap. Singer is Kazumi Kimura. Is this the first time I'm gonna hear vocals? I don't know if I've heard vocals before, let me know. As far as I know, I don't think I've heard vocals before. Sleigh bells. Yeah, those are sleigh bells. I like the arpeggio, that little. We got a triangle. Not anymore. It's a triangle. Yep. On the kick drum at the same time. I think that's a violin. No, never mind. I thought that was a violin being plucked. Actually, it might be. On the right channel. Oh. Wait. There was like a wooden sound. Oh, okay. Maybe not wooden. There it is. I don't know what that sound effect is, but I've heard it multiple times in my life. It sounds a little sporadic. It's kind of like spread out all over the place. It doesn't sound bad, it just sounds weird. It's following a tempo though. It's just rhythmically odd, especially compared to the last one. Japanese? I have to imagine it's this character and either she's singing it or it's about her. There's a really like smugness going on. As in like she's one of the butterflies too. I'm very curious if Melody is her name or just the name of the song. Is this game scary? Like not spooky, but like, is this like a psychological thriller? Because this is like kind of uncomfy vibes. Like if I was hearing this at like 1 in the morning in the dark, I'd be like, it's really good. What a nice voice too. I'm debating if I want to read like the top comment just to get an idea. Oh, we're halfway. This is a long song. Sleigh bells, triangle, that metallic hit, a flute, and I think a plucked violin with hand percussion. This is like a strange thing going on. I would have to think this is one of the most standout songs. How many views is that? Oh, and piano too. How did I forget the piano? Is she supposed to be a student? Looks like a uniform. Is it changing? Oh, this is not just a loop, this is progressive song. Also, it's bouncing from left to right constantly. So it's rhythmically playing with you too. Yeah, all the little dun 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 dun. That's constantly panning back and forth, like ping ponging. I gotta look at that old picture and see if she was in it before, but the one that had like 10 characters on it. I'm getting like really like, not main character vibes from her, but I'm getting like one of the most important characters in the game. Girls that have those type of bangs are serious business. They will rip your heart out with their bare hands. Dude, this vocalist is really good. She is super melodic. And a lot of it is just like one take. I think she's layering a little bit, but it's mostly just for her. Oh, what a strange song. That's one of the more bizarre songs I've featured. Oh, I just noticed something. So this channel, Jenny McLesbian, has like a pretty, like a legit like description every time. Like for example, it says, I just noticed this right now. It says game Umineko no Naku Koro ni, and then it says episode 2, Turn of the Golden Witch. So it's like the name of that. I'm not sure if she's the Golden Witch, but at least it puts a little bit more, you know, scenery in my head. Kazumi Kimura, composer, cab arranger Zaki, and lyricist Sunny. I don't want to do this, but usually, like if I ever do read a comment, I'll read it after, so I don't get influenced. But I kind of don't know what to think here. So let me just see what is being said. Another commentary I recognize. Top comment is one of my also normal commenters on my channel. Jesus, the credits for the episodes are so good. That's Zephy. Credits? Oh, does each episode... Oh, okay. Again, I've never played a VN, so is it like... Is playing a visual novel like... Oh. Hold on, let me think. Whereas a game, you get like credits typically once, unless you play near. Is it just like each episode is like... It feels like its own thing, and they each have their own credits? That's interesting, if that's the case. So there's multiple. For those, it's not a spoiler. For those who have finished Umineko, go and look at the lyrics. You will be surprised. Such a beautiful song. Goosebumps. Umineko soundtrack is godlike. Every song or melody has a variety of so many different yet so strong emotions. Yep. Okay, so no one spoiled what it is. That's cool. I got lucky. Oh, that was weird. Like, weird is good, but weird. Also, there's a good chance, I won't know until later, that, well, it's not a good chance at all. I'm just assuming that these two songs weren't connected. I don't know if there's any consistency between the episodes, or if they're all like chronological, or maybe even out of order, or if they're own individual stories kind of thing. Because this is episode 2, and the first one was episode 3. So I don't know if there's any like overlap, but you know, it's odd that I was, you know, I'm listening to episode 2, which I'm guessing comes before, but I heard it later. So I don't know. I don't want to think too much about that, but because what I was originally going to say was like the first one sounded like foreboding, and this one kind of seemed like the ultimate version of that, and that was the penultimate, but I don't think that's the case whatsoever anymore. This felt, well, if it is credits, then I guess I can kind of see that because of just the vocals. I don't know if I've heard vocals yet. But it kind of reminded me of like a lullaby. You know, without all the wacky kind of like percussion and stuff. Like if it was just a cappella, that had, you know, lullaby remnants. You know, just very soft and melodic. But the oddities of it is what made it so, well, odd. Hand percussion coming in randomly. There's a lot of gaps in it was kind of the opposite of the last song, where it was so rhythmic and popping all the time. This one was more like a stroll, like you're just kind of walking towards, I don't know. It felt more like a walk, you know, just kind of inconsistent, weird steps, and filled with noises that just kind of come and go. You know, the triangle hit every like 2 bars or something, and then the metallic ding. Maybe a tambourine as well, and all the little plucked doom 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 was like constantly panning left and right. I don't know, like that's what I meant by it was like uncomfortable a little bit. And then matching that with like her kind of smug look. I don't know. I'm intrigued though. You know, it's very interesting. So actually, I'm going to give you guys full permission to spoil what's happening in this episode only. Third one, maybe not. But just do me a favor and put like a spoiler tag at the top of the comments so to not ruin anyone else's experience. Because I feel like if you are a fan of this, you want people to experience it on their own, you know? So, you know, don't try to ruin it, someone else's experience. I'm really curious about these butterflies and everything. I mean, they were both good, but damn, it really shows you the variety of this. I don't know. Do I say game? Is it cool to say game? This media, you know? And it really shows when you have so many composers and so many different things. And every episode probably has their own flavor too. So, I don't know. Umineko is, which I'm probably still saying wrong, is just very unique. You know? I don't really listen to that many visual novels. I've probably heard maybe a total, I don't know. I'm just gonna take a guess, maybe like 20 to 30 visual novel stuff ever, and they've all been here documented. So very cool. Let me know what's going on. And we still have more requests for this series, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, definitely one of the strangest songs I've had on the channel, which is good. Strange is good. Thanks to the fans, thanks to the requesters, thanks to everyone you see on screen. I could not be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. I will see you later.